everyone, my name is Terri and welcome to my channel, The Pink Dumbbell Problem. And this is a new episode in my Vlogs and Such series where I talk about the things that basically don't fit into the other playlists on my channel. And today I'm going to try something really different, something I've never done in this channel before, and that's an unboxing video. I've got several friends who do unboxings on their makeup channels. I've got another friend who does toy unboxings. Looks like a fun format, and I kind of came across something that I think is the right thing for it. So today we're going to unbox the human body. Okay, so this is a box set called the Exploration Station Human Body from the Smithsonian. It's not exactly what I would call a toy, perhaps, but it's a set of learning materials, and I'm most interested in, I'll see if I can get that so you can see without the plastic, I'm most interested in the skeleton that's in there because I actually use those in in my classes when I teach exercise theory. So I'm going to pop the plastic off of this, I hope. If I can, yeah, there we go, get them through there, and we'll see what's in it. Okay, so let's take the lid off of this thing and see what we've got. Okay, so just kind of a box of stuff. This is presumably the stand for the skeleton, and there's the bag of bones. So I'm going to put those off to the side just a sec. Rest seems to be all print-based materials. So, okay, let me see what I got here. I'll unpack everything from the box. So there's a set of information cards here, and then these are stickers. So what have we got? We've got, looks like the internal organs and the skeletal system, and I guess these are labels for something. Okay, so here's the book that comes with it. Pop those into recycling. Oh, there's something in it. Okay. Okay. Oh, so it's like a laminate, not laminated, but like a shiny poster. So that must be obviously where the stickers go. You're supposed to label the system. So that's kind of neat. That's a fun idea. I'm not thrilled that it's folded. It would be nicer if it was rolled up or something, although I guess it probably wouldn't have fit in that box. But I don't love that it's folded and creased, but okay. These cards look rather interesting. There's what have we got? Cells, respiratory system, skeletal, yada yada yada, veins, cerebellum, tendon. Oh, tendons. That's always a good one to learn. One on vitamins, I suppose, just as part of a thing on nutrition. So yeah, they've got really lovely pictures on the front and then information on the back. Not tons of information, but pretty neat. So let's have a look at the book. Yeah, looks like the book and the cards kind of match up a bit. So similar topics between the two. So I guess the idea is to, I don't know, maybe work on memorizing or something. It seems like this would be a good set for, like, if you were studying for an exam. Let me see what the back of the box says. Okay, so it says what's in it, and it says down here it's ages 6 and up. Don't imagine too many kids at the 6-year-old age range would be particularly interested in this, but if with an adult helping them, would definitely be appropriate for the level. But I think this is definitely more geared at teenagers and adults who are studying this stuff for school or for like the exercise theory course that I teach. Most of this content isn't stuff we really cover in exercise theory, but some of it is. Like this is a really good one on the heart. I love a good heart diagram. So, you know, there's some information in there that I could probably like chop up and use in different ways as things that can be hands-on in a classroom, because that's what I ultimately really like. Speaking of which, let's have a look at that skeleton. I'm just going to dump the bag of bones right into the lid of the box, like you would with a puzzle. Okay, so a lot of these pieces of the rib cage there, yeah, they're molded, and the idea is to, I guess, snap pieces together somehow. Doesn't really show that. Yeah, there's a few spots along the spine where there's little holes there that match up with the little notches there. A lot of this looks like it's pre-assembled, and I just want to have a look at an arm or a leg here. Yeah, okay. So this is what I was concerned about. I don't know how well I'm going to show that on the camera there, but you can see, if I put my hand behind it like they do in makeup videos, you can see there's a bolt in the piece. So this is nice. It's nice and movable. A few weeks ago I did a video on girl push-ups, and I had used a wooden artist model and I couldn't get it to stay in position. So I was doing things like this to hold it in place so that you would show the knee position. So something like this might be better for that kind of demonstration. My interest in the classroom is something that my students can take apart and put together, and that happens multiple times. So with a bolt in it like this, and this doesn't come apart, that really doesn't help me as much. There's some assembly to be done here. Looks like the top of the cranium comes off. Both of the legs are detached from the pelvis, but the legs themselves are already put together. The arms themselves are already put together. That's not really what I want. I have several sets of ones that I actually use for my students to put them together and take apart multiple times. And actually, you know what? Stay right there. Don't move. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my big box of body parts. I'm kind of like an Igor in a Terry Pratchett novel. I just got boxes full of spare parts just kicking around in case, you need something. Need something. Haha. Anatomy joke. But what I really wanted to get out of this was one of these. So these come from a company called Learning Resources, and I've actually got several of these. So when I have a group of students in person, which of course, due to COVID, I don't have that happening right now. But when I'm in my classroom proper, I give these to my students. One of the first things we do is they get to put these together. So you can see here, this one wasn't completely taken apart after the last course. So they all come apart like so. And even the spine and the rib cage on this one come apart in various pieces. Now on this one, there's a leg assembled. And you can see, comparing the two in size, like that's the same piece on both skeletons. There's quite a size difference. So this one from the Smithsonian would be lovely to have a bigger skeleton to work with and be able to see more. But with parts of it already bolted together, the ankle is bolted together, the knee is bolted, that's less stuff for my students to do. One of the first big mistakes they make when doing this is they tend to, instead of putting it on the correct side, they put it on the wrong side, or they'll put the wrong leg on the wrong side of the pelvis. They'll put the right leg on the left side and so on. So that ability to manipulate these pieces and really play with that and figure that out and figure out why it doesn't fit is part of that learning process, and really makes it much more interesting for my students, but also makes it more memorable for them. And they understand the skeletal system a lot better for having these. And that's really important when you're learning this stuff. This is complicated. Learning anatomy is no joke. But this bit's a little humorous. I am so sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe I actually did that. There goes my channel. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the Smithsonian set, but it's definitely not, especially the skeleton, is not really built for the purposes I need it for. I think out of the things in this box, probably the cards might be the ones most useful in my classroom when I'm teaching exercise theory. And I'm teaching older teenagers and adults of all ages, some with some science background, some with none whatsoever. So I try to do things that are as visual as possible. And when I get to teach in person, no COVID, I have as many hands-on things like these skeletons and like my box of body parts that people can have their hands on, because fitness instructors, we're not always the best at sitting still and studying. I try to get people up and moving. So something like the set of cards where I could have things around the room for people to interact with and interact with each other, I think might actually be quite useful. I could probably have a bit of fun with these. Certainly the visuals are gorgeous in it. And for what I paid for it, now the manufacturer's price on here is $29.99 Canadian, which is $21.99 American. And I pay slightly more than that for one of these higher quality skeletons, but I got this out at a discount store, so I only paid $8 Canadian for it. I'm very glad I didn't pay full price for it. I think I would have been really disappointed if I had. But for $8, if you can find them on sale, and if this is something you think will help you study more and help you prepare for your exams better, then yeah, it's well worth $8. So that's my first unboxing video done. It was kind of fun to do this. And if you think of other products, whether they be something educational like this, or maybe a fitness product, some piece of equipment out there that you've always wanted to know what a professional thinks about it, drop some info in the box or send me a message. I might like to do a few more of these. And not every product out there is available in Canada. Sometimes we can order things in from bigger countries, and sometimes we just can't get stuff. But if it's something I can get locally or get online, I would definitely entertain doing that. So throw your suggestions down below. I'll see what I can do. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This was a really fun one, and I would love to hear your feedback. So put some comments in the box down below and share this with friends, and tell them to subscribe to the channel, do all the typical YouTube stuff that helps my channel grow. And of course, as always, lift heavy, fight the patriarchy, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye. Here's the cool part. If I want to separate the pieces, just a little twist. Oop, there goes a patella.